people
Inner
say
child
when I was
needs.
growing up, I was told a child is seen, not heard. And so
Right.
then they become adults and they go through real life situations, trauma or events, or even now, and it's scary for them because they weren't given permission to express fear, to express anger or any emotions or feelings. But then they're no longer a child, but that inner child, it keeps telling her, you can't tell anybody.
Yeah.
Don't say it. That's not a good thing. You know what I mean? And so I think what you're saying is that by them being by horses, you help them to connect here and not here, because some of our mindset was influenced by our caretakers who they did the best that they could, but it's not helpful for us now as adults.
So true. Yeah, and bypassing emotions, if we suppress our frustration or anger or sadness or grief, that turns into dis-ease in the body. When we're talking about healing cancer, healing anything, we have to express our emotions. Emotions are made to be felt and experienced and then released. And that's what horses are such great teachers. And I really advocate everybody, even if you're not working with a horse, if you have an emotion, express it, feel it, and let it go. We talk about in the horse world going back to grazing, like let it go and go on with your life. That's the beauty of emotions.
Can you, I'm interested to know, can you explain to people what is grace? Because I can tell you right now, growing up, being around certain types of people who struggle with addiction and alcoholism, they didn't have grace on us, right? Can you explain to people what is showing grace to yourself? Because we cannot assume that people, especially who's watching the replay or who's on now, what does it mean to show grace to yourself?
That's such a beautiful question. And it brings us back around to Hawaii. Aloha ma. I have a dear friend, Pohala Botanicals. He's big here and Instagram. He's on Maui. He works with fern medicine. He talks about Aloha ma, and I talk about this in my book, which is basically self-reflective love. So we can't heal unless we show self-love, self-care, Aloha ma to ourselves. So when you're talking about grace in the form of that, I think that's so beautiful. It makes so much sense because really, it's not a selfish thing to care for yourself. You can't